So I went to their website. That was the first thing to do, to check if they were still like alive, and the website was down. So I went to their Twitter page to be sure that I had not been scammed, and the Twitter page was down too. So even though I did not want to admit it then, I knew that my money had gone. That was 2016, 6 years ago. But how did Ponzi schemes even start? Well, you have Charles Ponzi to blame for that. So Charles was a famous money swindler who built an empire from paying out investors' returns with new investors' capital. Does that make sense? So Charles would pay out people who had invested their money, pay out their returns with new people who are just investing their money. So the entire Ponzi scheme was even named after him. And by the time he was arrested in 1920, he was owing $7 million. In 2022, people are still falling for Ponzi schemes. Why? So the first response that comes to mind is greed. Take loan, for example. You start with an investment capital of 13,000 naira, and in less than a week, you get 26,000 naira. That's a 100% increase without doing anything in less than a week. That's too good to be true. So greed is the major reason why people put their money in Ponzi schemes. But how do you need legitimate investment from a Ponzi scheme? So an investment is an asset that generates increase in value over a period of time. You see that over a period of time. That's the difference between an investment and a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi schemes prioritize short-term gains, quick schemes, while investments prioritize long-term profits. Also, it's important to always understand what you're investing in. If an investment does not say where your money is going, you should probably be suspicious. I mean, come to think of it, if an investment promises you 100% returns in a week, that's probably too good to be true. Yes, there are investments that actually do pretty good, but they're not so predictable. That means the fund manager also cannot know the one that will do very well and the one that will do not so great. That's why they cannot promise you 20% returns per month, because they also do not know. So they can only give you estimates, and if the investment does better than the estimate, great. Investments are risk. You can either make profits or lose capital. That's why if you say an investment that says profit is guaranteed, you should be very careful. I know there's been a lot of Ponzi schemes going on that has poisoned the minds of Nigerians about what to expect when they invest their money in legitimate investments, like expecting 100% returns, which is not realistic. And this is why you should know the difference between a Ponzi scheme and a legitimate investment. And when you're ready to invest, you should begin to educate your mind. So what do you do when you want to start investing your money? First, understand that Ponzi schemes are not investments, and investments are not Ponzi schemes. So one of the things you do is to read off fact-driven articles that educate your mind and let you know what to expect when you're investing your money. Go to cowrywise.com/blog to get intelligent articles that tell you what to expect when you invest your money. And when you're ready to start putting your money to use, go to cowrywise.com, sign up, and start investing.